nice and fast. It's nice to hear your voice. I'm sure everyone else is glad to hear us too. All right, so we are just making our way through the standard. You know, everybody knows the drill. We're going to be frame for frame. We did not get a map check yet, so we're not going to know what those precious, delicious crystals and pendants are. We just know we've got 8 shots with our fire rod, unless one of these prize packs has magic in it.
We did see some magic on those guards, so I'm not sure if it was a full magic as the first drop, so I don't think we're going to get any bombs out of the guards at least, but they were dropping magic.
You out of the first chest. You all know what standard looks like. All right, so two GMP. Like if you we're doing this on GMP because these are 2 Mentor Tournament alumni. I'm Mentor Tournament alumni, or our Restreamer is too. Like it's mostly Mentor Tournament GMP kind of hangout day here. So we decided this would be a great place to restream this race. A lot of people here know and love both these runners. They're really big over in the 40 bonds community. Where else do we see them running around?
Ladder frequently. So yeah, I know both of them are signed up this year to be mentors for the upcoming mentor tourney. So and I know there are a lot of people actually signed up. So, but yeah, they are both signed up to be mentors at this point. And as you said, they are alumni from last year's mentor tournament.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure which brackets they were each in, but both have definitely progressed quite far since their mentor tourney days.
All right, so far nothing but rupees and arrows in these chests. We're not finding anything valuable except for those. Corvid just barely not getting that extra shot for his fire rod as it dissipates. All right, Princess leading the princess. I believe our file names were Dr. Pepper Please and Coffee Black, so we know what both runners are drinking right now.
Yeah, I was in a discussion with each of them, and they were, getting ready for this race. They're good friends as well, so they were definitely joking about everything and getting ready for whatever happens on this one.
Yep, good friends, but one of them must get knocked out of this tournament for our amusement. And Laoria's up by 1, so we'll see if she takes it, or I'm hoping for a game 3. I don't know about you.
I always hope for extra games.
Yeah, but the comms always hopes for extra games and pet seeds.
I don't actually hope for pet seeds.
Oh yeah, well you got another commentator.
No, I just don't. I run too much to ever wish ill.
All right, well, these 2 frame for frame as you would expect them to be. So
yeah, Leo took a little extra time trying to get some pot kills, maybe grind out a little bit of magic.
Yeah, she's got 1 extra shot in her pool there, which is, I mean, they really want to hope to get that bomb drop off of the ropes. That's what we're hoping, because we're pretty sure. Did we get a confirmation? I wasn't looking exactly at the prize pack, but I'm pretty sure the guard prize pack is that magic one.
Yeah, I think so. I think the big magic was the first drop, which definitely says no magic out of them. But I could have been wrong. Yeah, I think that was the big magic as the first drop from that pool. So yeah, no bombs off of our snakes or our guards. So we're going to be trying for the rats, if anything.
Yeah, hope one of those guys drops a few. We might even see them pick up a couple pots and throw them at the rats. Oh, and here's Laoria getting a double or triple. Okay, and then just 2 blue rupees, so that's going to be nothing.
Yeah, that's our magic. Our money prize pack.
Yeah, so no bombs, and any of our prize packs in escape, they're going to have to come back here later.
Luckily, they both know it, so no worries. Grey having to be a little bit more careful about that rat. Unfortunately, not getting as many full magic refills as Leo did.
Out of escape here. Both of them going to get, well, easily sub 6 since we couldn't see what the back was here. Did we get the map? I didn't catch that part. Let's look over here at Leo's tracker and see if she's got that information. Oh, she does not.
Either way, you're still pulling the chest since you couldn't pull the others, so. And it was the map, so. Unfortunate.
Oh. Just that beefy burrito at the end. All right, well. Yeah, nice fast escapes. Crystal check. Was that all 3 blue crystals, I believe?
I
See it
turned
on
away
Corbin's
for a
side here.
second.
Yep, 3 blue crystals. And Leo is gonna go here and check the tree, the bush crab, and the. Actually, she cannot check a tree right now, can she? Or is she still on her
she can.
pack or her tree pole progression? Okay.
Yeah, she'll have a tier 2 here, which is our 5 arrows, and it looks like she's also going to set up for another tier 1 right afterwards.
Yeah, she wants these bombs. Bush crab, what you got? 20s. I mean, that's not terrible.
No, I'd be really happy with this, and I'm of a similar mindset with this kind of play. If you don't find bombs and escape, I really do.
The Corvid just goes straight to the bombs.
I mean, sure.
All this clever play, and it's just countered when Corvid goes straight to the bombs. Did we see anything in Lumberjack Cave?
I saw a bottle there.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I don't think we're going to be back for that. Maybe, if we're lucky.
Honestly, I like the idea of doing that Aga check and the extra bush crab and the extra tree pull there, just because you don't get a lot of opportunity to go do it. And the fact that you didn't get anything out of escape just because of bad luck, in a sense, like there's almost that desire to maybe hope for something off of that.
Yeah. I kind of want to see. Well, it's Leo now knows what all these tree poles are, which is mostly nothing unless we're going into some really low percent, dungeons later, and she wants to grab some hearts. I can't really see, because what did we get? We've had arrows and we've had hearts that we've seen.
Yeah, we got to see our tier 2 and our tier 1. So those are both nothing. So if anything, it would have to be a tier 3, and I don't see either of them going for the grind up for a tier 3 at this point.
Yeah,
Leo had plenty of money.
Yep. Hammer and more bombs in Blind's basement, so Corvid being even more rewarded for just hoping to get bombs along the way and managing to have that happen for him.
Yeah, and I think part of that, I don't know for sure, but having talked to Grey before this, I know he feels he's going to have to make some skips tactically at times. So we'll see what happens there, but he might make some extra skips throughout this.
Yeah, you definitely have to worry when you're running against someone. Oh, hey, Lamp. No dark rooms today, and Boots. We're gonna go a little faster now. You definitely have to worry when you're running against someone with the kind of execution and routing as Laoria, and especially someone who has a public reputation of being really good in the circles she runs in. You're gonna feel intimidated if you're someone at even our in the same bracket of skill. So definitely you're gonna want to feel a little campy here and there, and sometimes that means just YOLO. Maybe I'll get bombs along the way, and it sure panned out here. See what the rest of did we get that bottle vendor? Ooh, sword. That bottle vendor check on Corvid's side?
I am not honestly sure. But, I mean, it's a blue boomerang. Stun prizes are nice. Yeah, I would think so, just based on the fact that we did get a 300 there, so.
Okay. Alright, and we have a quarter heart. Corvid gonna snub his nose at it, not worth his time. Let's see if he YOLOs into that race game. Nope, he's gonna peek at it first.
Yeah, I think the only mode I honestly like to do a YOLO race game is keys.
I've gotten to the point where if I have a sword, I do it. But, that, it's confirmation bias. It's probably a terrible idea. This is why I come and why these people are in this week of the Challenge Cup. And we're getting a stun price check from Corvid. It's 10 arrows. Not going to be super useful unless it's a very bow-heavy seed, which I don't foresee. You don't get a lot of those.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of what is a good idea with a lot of these things, like, I don't think there's an easy answer. If you're... I realize with us on the Go Mode podcast channel, we could have a lot of potential mentees watching today, and it's not an easy decision to say, you should skip race game or, check it before doing it or do it. That's kind of something a lot of people will develop over time of their own feeling of whether or not they want to do that.
You definitely get a sense for your own when you want to and when you don't, and it's almost it's a taste sort of thing. Absolutely. Meanwhile, just a Bombos in the dam here. Let's see if Corvid does something unusual and goes to Aegina. Nope, he's gonna just go straight on to the rest of the south floor checks like you would expect.
Yeah, and the big thing here, I was about to say this could get ugly, but really nice here of Grey realizing, hey, I've got a bush crab here and able to get the rest of the money to get up to 500 rupees. I expect both runners are going to probably hit up a water walk here to potentially do Zora early out of logic.
Yeah, excellent game knowledge, by the way, to realize that bush crab is there and to check it. Now he's not going to have to. Well, we don't even have gloves, so we wouldn't have been able to farm inside of that rock next to Ice Rock Cave.
And that rock never feels fun to grind, honestly.
It does not.
It is 20 rupees, and actually now Zora's in logic.
No water walk, and a lot of things are coming into logic. We've got that mirror. Let me. I have. Oh, okay, yeah, we don't have... We're still looking for our pearl for actual Dark World access. And, oh yeah, we still need a glove, too.
Yeah, and both of our runners are going to have to be really careful here. Leo especially, down to a half a heart. Grey not much better off with only a heart and a half. Those crabs here by Ice Rod Cave will kill you.
Yep, one hit KO. They do 2 hearts of damage on green mail.
Yeah, our sprites are the Bob Ross sprite on Grey's side and Leo with the Twilight Princess Zelda.
All right, and Corvid being safe here. I missed it. How did Leo catch up? How did she make up all this time? Was this just execution?
A little bit from the bush crab.
Oh, and we missed the Master Sword.
So yeah, Leo not getting that second bush crab, and Leo definitely has some very clean movement, which really helps. Lake Hylia Island is nothing this time.
Yeah. Interesting way of setting up this water walk here. I've never done it this way. I wonder if that's faster, just swimming over here to set... Oh, yeah, I get it. Because you have to swim to set up the water walk. The other way would be to trigger the ramp. Okay, I like the way Corvid does the dashes against, how to describe it, routes that check for Lake Hylia Island. I think it's a tiny bit quicker.
Yeah, when it comes to that water walk, the stored water walk, you're gonna still set it up the same way in Ice Rod Cave, but then you jump off a diagonal slope instead of straight down. So then when you jump down that waterfall, it sets up your water walk.
All right, like and Corvid, out of habit, actually setting it up as if he were doing a fake flipper out of the hobo.
And I think most runners do that as well. I've seen myself do it and others. You kind of just get into the habit of always going up to that corner and thinking, okay, we're going to set up for a water walk, even if you don't need to.
Yeah, and speaking to our mentees, there's 2 philosophies on that. I go the opposite direction and say, well, I don't want to... There's always the chance you screw up and soft lock the game. If I'm going to intentionally not go for it, to where if I screw it up and I'm wrong and I don't have the flippers and I'm thinking about the wrong seed, now I'm going to just splash and realize, oh, I actually need to set up the fake flippers.
And I just have to say, good thing we found those flippers. I would have felt really bad as both of our runners set up those water walks, and they both got that 4th heart piece out of the waterfall, and both would have been in flipper state again, or fake flipper state. That would have been terrible for them both.
Yeah, they would not have been able to come up here and check Zora. And just a big old scam. Corvid's gonna find that out too. They're both gonna save and quit, and we are gonna go to, I am gonna guess, well, we've got bonk rocks, we can't do back of escape, we still don't have a glove, so we might see her go straight to the Zora himself. Not the Zora, the Aghanim. But no, she's not. Oh, Eastern Saha. I completely forgot about 2 giant sections of the map.
Yeah, and realistically, I mean, we can still get back of escape. You just got to go through the front. And if anything right now, I think both of them are going to consider that's a last location if you don't get a glove and it's right before you think this is an Aga seed. Because at this point, we do have Aga access.
Yeah,
So I'd be
that sword
very,
and that lamp.
yeah, I'd be very tempted to just wait at this point and then say, if I don't get a glove, if I don't get anything else on all these other checks, then I go do Back of Escape, and if that doesn't pay out, I can mirror back to the front and go do Aga.
And that book gives us 2 new checks. You can go do the desert after this now.
Unfortunately, not full desert. Without that glove, Landmo is still out of logic. Leo really getting that spin speed set up nicely, but unfortunately goes right off the ledge.
Oh, you're being pessimistic. I think both checks are going to be in the front of desert.
I still want a glove before I go there.
Just hope you have the flute next time you have to go there. You know, just go straight to the back. And both runners dipping eastern, hoping it's not an Aga seed.
Yeah, glove would be glove or flute right now would probably be your top choices for an item. Glove and flute both giving us access to Death Mountain, and at this point you can pretty much full clear Light Death Mountain. We have that mirror to get up to Hera, and then with that hammer we can get over to East Death Mountain to do Paradox and Spiral Cave.
We have a ton of checks we can do now. We're just so full of checks.
I don't know if I'd say so full of checks. We are definitely running lower than I'd like at this point. You really want something concrete to work with, and diving into a crystal dungeon you can't clear is never a good feeling. But unfortunately, that's pretty much the best play you got.
Yeah, and diving into 2 crystal dungeons, right? It might be 2. We've got another crystal dungeon to dive after this if nothing pans out. And I believe that was a check. What was in that? Was that a 20 rupees?
I believe it was a 5-er.
Okay, it was definitely rupees though. So yeah, not finding anything so far. They're probably gonna have to back out here. They're probably the upside is when you're running this race, when you're doing the 1v1, it's not a big, it's not a qualifier, it's not a big heat of people. You can assume your opponent is doing the exact same thing because it's definitely a bigger gamble to go straight to Aga 1 and not rule out the fact that it might not be an Aga seed. So you shouldn't feel behind when this is happening to either, if you're either of these runners right now. You still do, but you shouldn't.
Yeah, and that's one of those tough questions. Is a lot of people will kind of think, how do I want to play these? You sometimes see when you're when you're up a game or down a game, some runners will go, I have an advantage. I don't, do I want to risk it? Can I go for a home run play way early? And yes, without a pearl, as Kazen's pointing out in chat, you just don't even try it. It's not even a consideration at this point. But half magic.
Yeah, the quality of life, but definitely something we would have rather come back for later. But again, you got to check these. Laoria going to desert as we expected. We got that book over in Saha Closet.
So where are you going first on a desert check? You gonna check Agina and then go into desert?
Yeah, I think you do, because if you find something, say you find that glove in desert in Agina, you really want. Is it Agina or Agina? Anyway, if you find that glove, you're gonna really hate yourself if you didn't find it first. Now, I don't mind checking the ledge first, but honestly, you're gonna be over there anyway in a minute. So yeah, just go straight up there.
Yeah, it always just feels like I love saving and quitting out of Agina, but
oh yeah, especially because you don't feel bad. You wasted that heart with your Batman strat. You felt good because you got in there on the first frame you possibly could.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah. But this way, if it definitely feels bad because when you come out of desert, oh hey, a ether on the ledge. When you come out of the desert, it's so quick to run over there, and you haven't wasted any time. But again, how many checks did we have? I can look over at Laoria's tracker. 3 if you count the Back of Escape. 4, we're looking at less than half a dozen checks left. There's a good chance that was our progression over there. So, because like we said, that Moon Pearl has to be in very few spots if our actual progression is going straight to Aga right now.
Well, and I can say our runners in this one had a very interesting first seed. Talking to them after game 1, they had a forced Aga seed where I think it was boots on pyramid.
There's
to
progression.
Pyramid okay, there's our flute. But yeah, boots on pyramid ledge to get Pearl out of King's Tomb. So not a great feeling that they had to deal with in that first race.
Yeah, well, this is this is linear, but it doesn't feel as bad, especially because we kind of got led around in that same line. So both of these runners are gonna feel like they're not getting randoed right now. It's a mean seed that says you have to go this way, but you definitely don't feel like your opponent could have lucked through this. Did Corvid go straight left? It looks like he is checking. Oh, he's getting that ether and not checking the right. I believe he's only got one item, correct?
Yeah, we only saw one item so far.
Yeah. Is he just gonna go back inside? Oh yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Okay.
That's pretty heads up. I gotta give credit here, realizing he wants to hit that side. He also wants to go hit Agina and
yeah, so he's gonna mirror out. Oh, and a glove. And see Laoria now, she cannot mirror back out to that left side. If she mirrored, she'd be at the front, which is about the same amount of time as here. So good call, Corvid. So now he's gonna flip over to that mirror. You're gonna see him quick swap over to it as he's clearing out these popos. He's gonna pick up that glove and feel so smooth and so smart when he hits that mirror. Watch him. Oh, what Corvid? There he. Okay, there he goes. Maybe not so smooth.
Yeah, and no, that's really like, I think either way, Grey's idea there was really quite smart. If he didn't find a glove there, he was going to go out the right door and end at Agina. And if he did, then, he can mirror back to the side. Either way, the route just kind of goes perfect for him there. Recognizing the Agina skip early and wanting to end there when he finished. So both plays, worked nicely here. It's just, I think Leo was a little safer going to Agina first.
Also, that clever bonk with that popo just to line right back up with the door. I'm really like, Corvid is firing on all cylinders right now. I don't know if his 5-hour energy just kicked in or his Red Bull or what, but he's just going ham right now. And I'm loving it. Let's get that game 3.
So Leo has to play it a little bit safe here. Was down to 1 heart. Picks up those 2 hearts under the pots in this room. This is a really good piece of info to know, especially as you start learning this game. Always is, where are my hearts, where are my arrows, where are my bombs, where's my magic? Pots give me stuff.
Yeah, those 2 easy pots right there. Both runners quite confident that they can get. Yep. Oh, Leo catching up, hitting that Landmo just a tiny fraction of a second faster. Actually, if you line up their timers, I think they're frame for frame. So both gonna come out here, probably gonna both save and quit to Sanctuary and activate that flute. And where are they gonna go from there? You think up the mountain?
Well, in Laoria's case, yes, immediately. Grey is gonna have to go check out Agina.
Oh, right.
But yeah, for Leo, I don't know. I think so. You could go activate the flute immediately, but I might just hit up this back of escape first. And
oh, right. Yeah, that is fast. Yeah, you might as well. You're gonna be thinking like twice.
Yeah, if Leo finds a glove or like the second glove or the pearl or who knows what else here, gonna make everything easier going over to flute activation.
Yeah. Well, while we're in mentor mode, don't forget to check your tracker when you're saving and quitting from a place like this. Go over and you see, oh, I don't have this check clear. Maybe I do want to hit this up before I go activate my flute, because it's, oh yeah, there's 3 checks right there that I haven't touched because I just got that glove over in desert.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to see, I'm guessing, Bonk Rocks now. Yep. So we're getting that Bonk Rocks check as well. Now, Laoria did check our lumberjack ledge. We did see that was a bottle. See, there we go. Titan's Myth already.
Yeah, and now we can do all of Village. Well, no, we can't do any of Village Foutcast. We're still looking for our Moon Pearl.
So a lot of questions about how you want to route this now. Obviously, go activate that flute We could see a check of the mire area to get Checkerboard Cave. Checkerboard Cave is a really fun little spot for that pearl sometimes.
I'm gonna suggest something a little wacky. Is actually save and quit, and then flute straight to that mushroom turn-in.
And that's
I
another
don't
one
think they'll
because
do that.
we could see a save scum coming. I think I'd still hit maybe the mire area first real quick and then save and quit after doing that. But nope, Leo is going straight for the old man and Death Mountain.
I absolutely respect that play. It's density, and in fact, Corvid might go up the mountain before he activates his flute because he's going over there. He's seen his bottle. He might just go down there and lift that rock up and go the slow way up the mountain. We'll see if he actually just goes. He did bonk rocks and get his gold gloves. So no, oops, no, he's going to activate his flute. Accidentally talking to that lumberjack. You know, they're lonely. Nobody talks to them. We're also in such a hurry to get through this game. And just a green ruby from the old man. Tips like an old man. Laoria getting her spin speed, or trying to until the popcorn of doom foils her. Gotta take the left side up the mountain no matter what she does, because we don't have hook shot yet.
Yeah,
Or
she's been pulling off a lot of spin speed so far. Definitely shows the amount of time and practice she's put into making sure how to know that and repeat that technique.
Nothing on top of Spectacle Rock, and nothing inside either. So let's see where Corvid goes. Probably going to go up the mountain too, but I would love to see him do something different.
And Dapper Wormman pointing out the absolute worst case scenario right now.
Oh,
that
crystal
Dark World
pendant
map
check.
pack. I saw a green pendant up at Turtle Rock and a red crystal on Skull Woods.
Yoinkers, I hope you were ready with that print screen button, because that was fast.
And we're also getting Ether Tablet.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. And then this is a crystal that we can pull clear inside here. And we've got Master Sword, so it doesn't feel terrible trying to do it with the hammer. I don't know. Some people prefer the hammer over the Master Sword anyway. But Laoria's
I'm definitely a
here.
proponent of hammer Moldworm.
You bounce less. There's some people have their preference. Try both. Put our mentor hats back on. Try both and see what feels better for you.
Yeah, the important thing to remember is that Master Sword, you have to do spins to get that great damage bonus on the Moldworm fight. Master Sword spins deal the same amount of damage as Fighter Sword. Or, sorry, Master Sword slashes are equivalent to Fighter Sword slashes on Moldworm.
And Laoria with a cute setup for that room, knocking two beetles straight down holes there. Have to climb up the slow way because we don't have that hook shot to Herapod up the expressway. Alright, let's see these Hera checks. We did not get our first Hera check. Oh, getting the bomb set up. Not a lot of people do this anymore. It's one of those ones that is really important to learn, and I still haven't.
Yeah, it's a scary one. You miss that, and you fall 2 floors, and I'll say personally, I don't like to do it. But I know a lot of people. There's a lot of ways to set it up to make it easier.
Oh.
Leo going for that bumper dash, and unfortunately just a little too far south on that one and getting hit by the bumper.
That super punishing bumper dash. It saves about half a second, and it costs about 10 if you miss it. And first Moldorm fight goes to Laoria. Let's see how fast she cleans it up.
And she's switching over to the hammer, so...
Yep.
Nice first hammer strike.
Strat. Oh, second hammer strike. And 3. Just counts them off like the count, just super duper fast. Just out of the way. And we are going to the basement.
We've got an item there, so...
Yeah. Well, I guess we might not be going to the basement. We do have the hammer, so we could go to the east side and come back to the basement later. Definitely a common tactic to leave that. What is the amount of time to check the basement right now with just boots? Probably about a minute? Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, it's tough, because really what you can do here is you can just head straight down, straight down spiral. Well, after checking the floating island here, I think that was just a piece of heart. I saw it momentarily. But yeah, head down and then do Paradox Cave. So there's a good chance she just kind of says nope and just never returns to that until later.
Yep, super valid way of play. It is a long check to check, and if you're gonna be aggressive, honestly, it doesn't even feel aggressive. It takes so long to check. Wow, I didn't even see it on the restream. It was so fast. I did not see what that floating island check is. So we'll know if she goes to collect it when she comes through here, because she's definitely gonna at least do the bonk check in Hookshot Cave. Oh, going the
if we find Pearl.
Yeah. Oh, good point. Going the fast quick swap way. The way that is now faster with quick swap enabled. I say now. We've been using quick swap for months now.
I was gonna say even without quick swap, that was the traditional way I think most people would go in. And nobody likes going through the drop down.
The lower higher entrance.
I don't know. I call that low, and then the one that you have to drop from is mid to me. So. But everybody, there's a reason why it's Paradox.
All right, and Corvid finishes off his Moldorm fight. Let's see if he goes into the basement. And nothing but rupees.
Yeah. Paradox and Spiral not paying out at all, and it looks like Leo is going to return for Hair Basement at this point.
Yeah, she could also go do. She has what it takes to do a Turtle Rock entrance check. Does she not? Am I incorrect about that? Oh, she's not going.
You could check it. Can't open it.
Yeah, right.
So.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't have the. Yeah, even if it's Babos, she doesn't have the form for it. But you would have gotten that intel and known later if you're in go mode sooner. If you're never coming back to that mountain.
Yeah, I think we do have 2 medallions at this point. Because we got that one on Desert Ledge, and then there was the one in the Bombos in Kakariko. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's probably got that Desert Ledge one. We can check for it the next time she pauses. Same thing with Corvid, and they're both doing simultaneous Hair Basement now. We'll see it on Corvid.
They're doing their beverage breaks. Usually coffee break. We know Greg. His name said that he was going for some coffee. Leo probably taking that Dr. Pepper break.
That's a great point there. Leo is probably taking a Dr. Pepper break. All right, and it's just 3 bombs. So we got burned here. Where do we go next? Well, Corvid's going to go clear out the east side of Death Mountain and find nothing. And Leo is probably gonna, let's see, she can do King's Tomb. She can save Scum that mushroom. That would be a good idea, especially if we save and quit out of here, which she's not gonna. Oh, where's she going out of here? Oh, she's gonna go do that Turtle Rock entrance check. Oh no, she's fluting. Where's she fluting?
You're a bit ahead of me here.
Oh, sorry. I went to go look at her map tracker, which is a few seconds ahead on her stream. Alright, so she's gonna check. Is she gonna set up Super Bunny Stadium for that Meyer shed? I bet she knows how. She's switching over to that mirror. Okay, we have Bombos entrance, so when we do get that. And, alright, how do we set that up? Because she definitely doesn't have it set up.
So what you're going to do is you're pretty much going to prop yourself into the doorway as far as you can, and then right as you do that screen transition, you need to use the mirror at the same exact time. You'll be able to tell if you got it when you enter the room, and she was trying to set it up, just not getting it, so instead just saying, you know what, I'll come back.
Yeah, just check the logical check here, which is just the checkerboard. We got our intel that indeed that entrance to Misery Mire is Bombos, so we have it once we got Pearl. Which, who knows, maybe it's right here. Maybe it's like a Plando and it's just sitting, yep, like a Plando. So there we go, now she can go check that shed. Alright, and we have progression. We can full clear Mire if we want to. How does 7 Hearts Greenmail Mire sound without a bow? And
I mean, if you're telling me that we're about to get a vanilla or French vanilla cane of Samaria, I'm all for it.
I don't know. Part of me feels okay. She's not feeling spicy. I would feel like just dipping it. Part of me says, okay, the seed's telling me to go into Mire, but she's not gonna. She's coming back later.
I mean, that's a ballsier play than I'd be willing to make without Kane. So.
All right, well, we'll put a pin in that, and we'll see what progression might end up in Kane after all in the end. Corvid, meanwhile, gonna do Super Bunny Cave. Why didn't we think about that earlier when Laoria was up here?
Yeah, Leo keeping.
Those
Right, you don't have
logical
to go
steps.
this way. You can actually just go straight from.
Yep. You can mirror delete those blocks.
Yeah, mirror is still a usable item. So, didn't have to go that way.
No,
But
a little faster to go this way. In fact, you can mirror delete those blocks for. Well, I guess you got to fall down this hole to.
there's all three of our medallions, by the way. I believe Leo does have now Bombos, Ether, and Quake.
Yeah. Well, just if we're wrong, we can uncheck them.
No, I think we know the other ones she did have, so I believe that was just the last one we were missing.
All right, let's see what if anything was in this paradox cave that's gonna blow the seed wide open. Just some rupees and some rupees. Nope, nothing special. Corvid gonna save and quit. Let's see if he gets that
could've
mushroom
been
check
helpful.
I've been pining for here. Meanwhile, Laoria gonna do Bombos. Do you think she's gonna dip the front of? Well, actually, she can go pretty far into Swamp Palace. What do you think? How far into Swamp Palace do you go?
I don't go in.
Not even a crystal? You don't even
Not
touch
yet.
it?
Nope.
Okay.
I am a firm believer in fully clearable crystals first, and Leo's probably going to stick with Overworld into fully clearable crystals.
Corvid's doing my mushroom, so it's not ripe yet, huh? It's not ripe.
No.
And just a heart piece. Reset, Corvid. Okay, yeah, he reset. That dot oops file when you know you reset your emulator properly.
But no, I am definitely. I like the play from Leo. You go for Thieves Town and Skull Woods at this point. You know, those are 2 crystal dungeons you can fully clear. That's 6 items. Like, go that way.
And on the way, you get your Tempered Sword.
Exactly. And, you know, if we find our Cane of Samaria to go to Mire, if we find the Hookshot to go to Swamp, then you make those kinds of moves. Or you find a bow to go finish Eastern. But at this point, you know, you're waiting.
Meanwhile, Corvid over here, just doing his crystal pendant check. He is gonna find his pearl now.
Oh, and that is a crystal pod and a pendant swamp, so not even worth the
That explains it. Okay, I kept seeing Laoria having the default starting locations. I didn't see pendant pod anywhere on her start options. So okay, that explains why. It's a crystal pod.
Yeah, crystal pod and pendant swamp. So,
for those of you not in the know, because again we probably have a lot of mentees watching, Laoria is very famous in the community for being known to advocate go independent pod. It's always got progression, and she's usually right. So it's kind of the meme in the community that one of her start locations is pendant pod. And Corvid gonna... he did get the bunny state in here, didn't he? Yeah. So
yeah, that is a
him.
bunny. Yeah, nicely done.
Good job, Corvid. And Ice Rod on hammer pegs. So we're gonna not once we go back, once we find that red cane, we're not gonna have to wonder can we finish Trinex. Not gonna be looking for Ice Rod on that place, the end of Turtle Rock, Laser Bridge.
Well,
I'm sorry.
And at this point, I think we are. Even the need to go do Trinex is on its last legs. There's very little that can be on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just potentially 2 checks on him himself, and then we're running out of. The chance for a ped seed is pretty low because we've got. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it in my head. I know you shouldn't, but in my head I'm saying, okay, how can this still be a ped seed?
One item.
I'm thinking bow. Can
That's
bow
it.
be it?
That's it. You would need the other bow to be in GT.
Just bow lock. Yeah.
Yep. That's it at this point, so no. Hookshot cannot be on pedestal. Swamp Palace is a pendant, it turns out. So yeah, we are just down to a bow.
Then I definitely agree with not dipping Swamp Palace. I concede your point. Let me see if Laoria had that right on her tracker. I believe she did. Yes, she did. So we're not going to see her accidentally do it wrong.
And yeah,
Meanwhile,
Trinex is a bow or a hookshot at this point to care, so we're hoping not to need them.
Finally putting some love into the north and west sections of Hyrule here. Both Skullwoods and Thievestown are crystals, and we're going to see them cleared simultaneously.
Yeah, I like the play from Leo here, starting from the south, working up, just because like it allowed her to hit a couple of extra locations and then just naturally lead into a full clear of the Smith Chain, into Village of Outcasts, and also finding that Tempered Sword is a nice little bonus. Going to make her moth fight a little easier. And there's Hookshot.
Yeah. Oh, and see, I'm totally on the way Corvid routes this, unless I've got everything. If you've got the shovel, I say, oh, of course I route it from the south, right? But you know, oh, I've got the gloves. I can lift it up. I could turn in Jeremiah before I even go into Village of Outcasts. It's gonna be so great. But then as soon as I don't have that, as soon as you don't have that shovel, you say, oh, but what if progression's on that dig spot and I have to come back to it later?
Yeah.
And well, we see who it's working out for better so far. Who knows? That moth could
definitely could go either way.
Yeah, that moth could have red cane on him or something.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people like, where do you start Dark World? The question of Village of Outcasts versus Hype Cave is, you'll get a lot of different answers and a lot of different explanations for why their answer is the right one. I can't say one is definitely better. They both have their merits.
Okay, and Corvid having a tough mob fight. He's sending every spike and every Cheerio he can.
Yeah, the half magic's really helping. Just has to be a little careful here.
Ooh, pulls it off.
There we go. Definitely a little scary there at the end. Had blue mail, so at least the moth would only be doing 1 heart of damage as well as the spikes, but you get a little scared.
That was a good key dash there on Laoria. I wonder how she lined up those. I might have to ask her how she lined up those pixels there.
Setting up for the God Pixel here in... Oh, beautifully done. Yep.
Meanwhile, Corvid still doesn't have his... I didn't check if he got his first item or not, but still got to be checking through here because he started on the moth and is working his way forward.
Yeah, when you've got Crystal Skull, starting in the back and then working your way forward is a pretty common idea.
And it's quite on his mirror.
Now, in terms of what we still need, we just need a bow and a cane of Samaria.
Well, let's see if we find one of those bows right here. Do you believe, Jesse?
I believe. I just don't want to. Oh my God, John!
Oh my gosh. What have we done?
John, what have you been saying?
All right, well, we'll see if we find the other one along the way, but we might be settling in for this hour and a half seed might be a 2-hour seed.
No, these runners will not be pushing 2 hours with this loadout.
No,
no.
Right.
Given how early we had Boots and Flute and Mirror, I trust both of these runners can easily sub to this kind of seed.
Leo demonstrating you can hook that key slot. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to take in chat's reaction real quick to that situation. Okay, there. I've taken it in. It's very important. Corvid having to do the middle of Skullwoods the slow way. He's got that intel. I think, as much as I was saying these routes could be, one is much better, I still think Laoria's is going to be better because what progression can Corvid get here that's going to speed him up? And
I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see Leo take, with the route that she's on right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see her go over to Graveyard Ledge, check Bumper Ledge, hit, I don't think we've seen King's Tomb even, and then just work over to Quakefish and the Pyramid Ledge.
Oh, you think she might skip Skullwoods? See, I think she might go to Skullwoods next and then go hit all those.
No, she's gonna do Skull, but I think that route's very naturally for her to continue into North Dark World over to East Dark World.
Yeah, to keep going clockwise there, and she's got the book and she's got the mirror, so she's also gonna know that we've got a potential pet seed, so she'll have that in the back of her mind.
Yeah, and I think the other piece there is, you know at this point you are not hitting you're probably not getting silvers unless that second bow is very naturally in your path. But I think both runners are going to say, I do not want to do ped. I do not want to have to pull that ped.
Yeah, I think you full clear the rest of pod before you do it, because then when you come back, you just go straight to Trinex. So we've got, that. You probably do Turtle Rock before you even go to pod now. I think. Do you go to Turtle Rock before pod?
No,
so you can turn in that green
I don't.
Because then you're taking the time to do Trinex. Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
No Keen of Samaria, so it's there's no question right now for either of them. There's not a thought of Turtle Rock right now. It's just
I missed where Laoria got powder, but yeah, now she was able to get that magic bat too.
Yeah, that was in the checks leading up to here, so
yeah, works out even better for her.
Yeah, the route has really paid off. She'll just, she's gonna keep going with this. I think it was Thieves Town. So Grey will not miss it either. But yeah, Leo's going to be able to take this route into North Dark World and, Skull to North Dark World to East Dark World.
Yep, and as we expected, that looks like her route. Corvid going to snub his nose at that red boomerang. He says, blue boomerangs only in this seed, please. Drop down, going to go into King's Tomb only, which means he is not going to go check Quakefish. He has not checked Quakefish either, has he?
No, and that's a tough one. So, I think Grey's route is good. It's just gonna route a little cleaner here overall for Leo.
Yeah, absolutely. And being a little slow, he's being a little slow to get on quick swapped onto where he wants to be when he gets out of places. And that's something he's definitely gonna have to work on. Just as time marches forward. I know a lot of us that started running before quick swap was a thing, especially in the mentor tournament last year. You got really used to having the time to just stop and pause all the time. This game it felt a lot slower a year ago, to be honest. But yeah, you just got to have your items lined up if it's something you can. So just a quick optimization to look out for. Orange Copa, what did you miss? You missed a great seed, and Corvid finally getting that hook shot, so now he's going to have to think where he goes after he does Thieves Town here. He's going to have to do all of the Village of Outcasts as well. Let's see if he does that before he goes inside. Nope, just goes straight inside.
Well, and this is the interesting thing for Grey is, we're saying Leo's route is bringing her to North Dark World and then eventually East Dark World. I wouldn't be so shocked to see Grey's route bring him to Swamp Palace at this point.
Yeah, especially because he might be dipping lots of... Now that he knows that we've got that ped, it might just be, okay, we're looking for any bow, and if it just happens to be we've got to get 3... I mean, let's look at it this way. Where was that ice rod? Does Grey have that ice rod?
Grey will find it. It was in the route, so he'll find it.
Okay, so as soon as we find Kane, we're just going to be a bow away from go mode. It might make more sense to just go straight for those pennants, and just that might be a faster route to go mode.
Yeah, it's a tough question because really Swamp and TR are not fast pendant dungeons, and they definitely will feel rough to have to invest the time, but at the same point, that you're going to get a bow at the end of this. Investing the time into your crystals and your pendants, hoping for the other bow, it could be just a lost cause.
Yeah, and obviously getting the silvers along the way doesn't make it worth it if that happened to be. But I think at this point in the tournament, your opponent is going to do the safer route and go for those pendants. So the question is, how behind or ahead do you feel against your opponent? You know what your assessment of their skill level is. We know that Corvid feels like he's a little better, and we know that Leo feels like we know Corvid feels like he's a little worse, and Leo feels like she's a little better. So you might see her just say, you know what, I know where a bow is, I'm going to go for it. And we might see Corvid just say, okay, I'm going to gamble and dig for another one. But might say Corvid think, hey, maybe Leo doesn't check that, and maybe I have an advantage, a knowledge advantage. So, let's keep some notes for the interview afterwards, huh?
So Leo did just get that information on our ped. So we'll see how they decide to route from here. You know, we do have we're 4 crystals in. Like, this is not a slow seed. This is like going. They're doing really nice work here. It's just a question of, you know, where's Arcane of Samaria and where's the other bow? So
that's a great point. If we just find bow along the way here, you know, if it's just sitting in oh gosh, where's some along the way check that we haven't seen. First check in pod, you know, or if it's in it's right in mire, you know, first check in mire. This could end up being a really quick seed if one of them finds it super fast. I doubt it. It's Schrodinger's seed right now, I guess is what we're saying, right?
yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, you know what you're looking for, and we'll just have to wait and see how they each approach this. Chat is kind of on the side of go moding pendants as soon as you find Cane of Samaria, so we'll see what happens. I'm not sure how they're each going to approach this.
That's the other thing is Cane of Samaria might not be our go mode. Cane of Samaria might be really hard to find. We definitely need it to finish mire, so it's not in GT, but it could be in any one of our remaining dungeons. Anywhere that's not behind that switch in mire, I believe.
Yeah, and it looks so. Here we go with those North Dark World checks from Leo. She'll definitely be heading for Catfish after this, and then Pyramid, Ledge, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her make a play into Palace of Darkness and just check it out.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to come back with the bow to do Eastern later. It feels a little bad that you're taking that extra trip once, but it's one extra trip, and that time you're spending, it's not that much.
So the other piece here is Grey checked Super Bunny Cave, so he got 2 of the items off of Dark Death Mountain. Leo, on the other hand, never did Super Bunny, so she's got Super Bunny as well as Hookshot Cave. So there's 6 items there, plus Spike Cave. So I'll be curious to see if Leo might be pulled up to Dark Death Mountain sooner than Grey.
Yeah, but first she is gonna go do that catfish check like you suggested, and like you said, she's probably gonna take that all the way to Pyramid Ledge. We don't have, yeah, Mire's our second red crystal, so until we find that red cane, that's not going to be completed. Yeah, so we're not going to get the bomb check. Maybe you go into Mire before you check Pyramid Ledge? I don't know. I don't think most runners would do that. I think most runners check the Pyramid Ledge.
Now here's a neat little optimization from Leo. You'll see this a lot. You put your portal right there below the bush. You cut the bush in Light World. You hand over the mushroom. Then after you did that, you walk to the top of your portal and you'll actually mirror bonk. And it's a little bit quicker than doing your normal run off the screen transitions.
It's what, about a second faster?
I have no idea for times. I am not a great person on times. I just know it's quicker.
ask Espeon in the at the MT General channel. I bet he knows.
But here we go with our catfish play. And we're still not having a bottle. Just to throw this out here as another wrinkle.
We still haven't seen our first bottle, you're right.
We have a bottle on Lumberjack Ledge.
What if Sick Kid has the red cane? And there are 3 bottles of GT.
Worse things have happened, right?
What if this really is Oops All Dungeons? Then will you buy a 2-hour finish time?
I'm still gonna question it.
Alright, well Leo, looks like she's going into Swamp Palace. Is that where you're thinking this? That's oh, and Corvid's got his ice rod. So yep, just a red cane away from, we'll call it no mode for both runners.
Yeah. We are definitely a red cane from no mode.
We have not seen the purple chest turned in, correct?
No, we did get a purple chest turn in.
Okay.
Leo picked that up and then actually mirrored and fluted over to turn in Gary's lunchbox.
Right, and Corvid is going to be able to... Oh yeah, because he got his powder, so he's going to be able to do his bat in here. This doesn't feel too bad. I thought it was gonna feel a lot worse coming through here for him, but it's not too awful. And then Leo, where is she going?
This looks like
She
pod.
going-
Yep.
That's not a pendant, Leo. I don't know what you're doing.
I mean, I think this is a good play. You know, we'll get a lot of knowledge out of this for sure. You know, are we bow locked? Is the Cane of Samaria here? Just something. We're gonna find something out. And I think the info here is the most important. You know, Leo's gonna take that info and be able to kind of plot out the rest of
Oh.
this speed.
Corvid is slow walking. Oh, right, because he hasn't done Cave 45 or Stumpy or Hype Cave. So he's gonna let's see. He's probably gonna do Stumpy and Bombo's tablet before he does Hype Cave, right? You abandon the chest and portal over to the locksmith after you're done with Cave 45 here, I think, right?
Yes. So he's gonna bring the chest with him. I believe that was a key. So we are not yet bow locked in Palace of Darkness, but you mirror here for Cave 45. You got to bring the purple chest with you, or at least leave it outside of Cave 45 with you. And
Now,
then
if you're Leo,
once you're-
oh, sorry.
Oh, another key over in pod. Once you're done this, Grey's gonna pick back up the purple chest, go through the portal, and now Grey is able to ditch the chest and run straight over to Gary and mirror near our friend the locksmith and turn in the purple chest, even though it's not following him.
Yeah, and it would have been slightly faster to do the K45 first because he wasn't going to have to mirror to check Stumpy. Doing that check does not cancel this state where he can just mirror here, and as long as he talks to the locksmith fast enough,
By the way, that's
basically while you're
4
still flashing.
keys in the front of pod. We were not bow locked on Palace of Darkness.
All right,
but
she's going to check the right side anyway, but she doesn't have a potion, so how's she getting through here?
She's going to perform what we know as the Mimic Clip. This one's a lot harder here, but definitely a really nice trick to have. She's going to use some pause buffers, it looks like. You're doing these little one-frame movements of the Mimics to get them this red Mimic into the wall, and eventually it'll walk itself off the screen.
Yep, he's going to moonwalk out of here eventually. Right now he's just wiggling in. I guess it's okay for Mimics to do major overworld glitches, it's just not okay for us to do them. Alright, and then Corvid, he's going to come up and check the Pyramid Ledge after Hype Cave, I bet. Or do you think he goes into Swamp Palace after Hype Cave yields nothing?
I think for Grey, I probably, if I was in Grey's shoes, based on how I got to where I am, I think there's a good chance he does Swamp. I don't disagree with either, if he takes this up the pod, but I'd be very tempted by the Swamp play. And there's that Mimic Clip.
And his planet needs him, he's out of here. Oh, Laoria puts so much focus into that, she takes the spike to the side. As she comes up here, she's got that bomb crack open. She's going to find a key here. She's going to switch over to her hammer and go to the back.
That was 5 small keys in the front of Palace of Darkness, by the way.
Is this faster? She mirrored back to the front instead of hitting the hammer and then... Huh.
I find that to be much more of a personal preference thing. Sometimes, jumping down and setting up to get
resets
the flip on the switch and all that other stuff can get a little annoying and tedious.
And this also resets the crystal switch to where you want it. Doing that excellent key dash that you always got to remember you can do there. It's a fun trick that you can learn. I do not believe she has the big key in here yet, so she's not going to do the hammer jump, at least not yet.
And I
Corvid
probably
did go
wouldn't.
into Swamp Palace. We've got the hook shot, so this makes a lot of sense. I like having divergence here, so we get to see whose decision here pans out a little bit better.
So we have
Laoria's
found
ahead.
all 6 of our small keys. We were not bow locked at all in pod, as always. Of course, Helmasaur is bow locked, but the 5 other keys were not bow locked. So this whole dungeon, like every check Leo is making right now, besides those 2 on the right side, so she has 1 more heart container than she should, we're in logic. So that's really quite the interesting. I would not be surprised then to see Cane of Samaria show up in one of our last couple of checks here.
Yeah, right. Because the seed is kind of telling you, okay, something has opened. Like, how to put it? The seed has made it preeminently possible to check everything over here. So it's more likely that something is here. Is that how you would describe it?
Yeah. So here we go.
There you go. You called it, Jesse.
Yep, there's that red cane out in pod. So
All
Leo
right.
gambling a bowless pod. At this point, she's in no mode.
Jesse, I think your mentor tournament, your advertisement for yourself should just be a link to this pod.
So here we go. Leo is going to hit up Misery Mire at this point. She knows what she needs to do. This is her next crystal. This is a 5th crystal, but she needs a bow. Bow's on Ped. She's going to take down Crystal Dungeon first.
Yeah, well, she's in go mode if she decides that her route to that, that bow is the one she's going to pick up. So we'll see if she goes that way. I do like the idea of just full clearing all of these crystal dungeons along the way. Full clear Mire, and then, well, you can't full clear Eastern because we've done it. So yeah, you just full clear Mire, and then you just go mode those pendants.
Yeah, at this point, Leo has checked every one of our, or gone through our crystal dungeons that were possible that we can't clear. So for her, this is definitely just, this is our last one. And then she'll probably just hit pendant mode or pendant dungeon assault mode.
Yeah, do you go mode this? Do you go mode this dungeon?
I will do the checks in order. I will check Mire and see what I find. But if this is a God Mire and I get a big key early, yeah, this is go mode Mire.
Okay, and then you just live with the fact that you're getting pendants.
Yeah. I will do the checks in my way and hope for a bow that pulls me out of pedestal mode. But I'm probably in the boat that at this point I just go for it and hope that everything works out.
All right, Corvid finishing off this big giant eyeball monster. I know that doesn't narrow it down. The one that lives in the water and makes it look simple. Doesn't do the fire rod quick kill, but it's not that much faster. And nothing in swamp. We have absolutely nothing in swamp, didn't we?
I believe I saw a...
Oh, bottle. We got a bottle.
Yeah, a bottle, so that's nice. And, that's fine.
Maybe there's a bow on Sick Kid. Probably not. It's probably a GT.
So that is our first item out of Mire on the left side there. So, this just gives more credence to the idea that you are going to go mode Mire for the most part. And yes, little PSA, if you are unaware, signups for the Mentor Tourney are closing tomorrow, so...
Oh, they are? I didn't realize they were still open. Yeah, because I know they got more than 64 entrants, which means they're probably going to whittle it down to the 64 most needing mentees. We're gonna have those wonderful tournament admins, Malmo, Amarith. Oh, hey, Amarith's here. Lumaga, Ladybox Thief. Let's see. Timp. Is Timp the other one? No. Yeah, Timp. And yeah, they're gonna have to decide. Who's the most deserving of our needs, or they're gonna do the means testing there. And announce when do the announcements of who gets into the mentor tournament go up?
I am not perfectly sure myself, unfortunately.
Oh, that's okay. We've got an admin in chat right here.
And there's our big key for Misery Mire. So Leo's gonna do this rail clip, very nicely executed there. You get yourself into that doorway, and you just are able to dash through that. It's always a fun one.
Let's try. Oh, she's gonna go. She's full clearing it. She's already got this, she's right here, right?
Yeah, at this point, going for this check is not too far out of the way, and it really does save a lot more time in the end. But I would not be surprised to see go mode dungeons for our other pendants, or our pendants at this point.
And now she knows it's full clear. She knows that there's not. She knows there's not a bow in here that she doesn't have to worry about. She can go straight to the back of. Gosh, do you do Turtle Rock, Swamp Palace, or Ice Palace first? I honestly think you do Turtle Rock first, even though it means an extra trip up the mountain ultimately. What's your opinion? Because obviously, if you find a bow along the way in one of those other crystals, then you just go straight to Pod and Eastern. Oh, another sword in the left side swamp. We got something in swamp.
I am probably a bit more in favor of ice first, honestly. But I can see the argument for heading up the mountain and doing hookshot into TR.
Oh, I missed it. Did we get it? I think, yeah, we had to have gotten Spooky there.
Yeah, Leo did set up Spooky. She is very familiar with it. She's been riding the line on the low health. You know, she's down at that 3.5 hearts, but she is very confident in her mire at this point. She's gonna powder. As many, yeah.
She's got a cape. Oh no, she doesn't have a cape. Oh.
She's got a blue cane.
She's got a blue cane. She can dash around with that blue cane. And oh gosh, Corvid just getting the rich kid or the sick kid's inheritance money. That's all he had. So nothing fun on there. Yep,
so
there we
Leo
go.
is going to go with a bit of a lag strat here, unfortunately with the blue cane, but with half magic, this is a really safe fight to go through now. You know, there is, of course, some traditional no major glitches strategies here, but just given what Leo had health-wise, I think she was going to play it a little bit more cautious to make sure she could just take down Biddy.
Yeah, it's worth those extra 5 seconds to make sure you're not going to die.
And down goes Viddy, so that will be crystal number 5 for Leo. The other thing she could do here, and I'm not sure if it's in a thought for her right now, is do we check Pyramid Fairy before going to Ice Palace? That was our other 5/6 crystal.
You do it before Swamp Palace, or do you do it after Swamp Palace? Oh, Corvid wasn't able to do it after Swamp Palace because he hasn't been able to do Mire yet because he's going to get his red cane here in Pod. Well, where's she go? Where's she go? She's going to... Ooh, she's going to Turtle Rock. Okay. So,
well,
I mean, I think all three dungeons were perfectly valid. You definitely... I could definitely make an argument for all of them. You know, if you'd gone Swamp Palace first, that means you could go straight out there into Pyramid Fairy. Coming here first, there's what? She's got like 12 checks up here?
So I will say my one thing about... I am not entirely in favor of the swamp play. In general, I was between Dark Death Mountain or Ice Palace on my thought process here, just because I find those to be... The Dark Death Mountain plays are your density, and Ice Palace is speed. Swamp is kind of slow, and by comparison, just because of all the work that has to go into getting into Swamp in the first place. So that's my only concern there.
Corvid gonna have a much easier way of getting past this mimic room. It's gonna do the potion camera unlock glitch. This is definitely one that every mentee should know. It's pretty easy to once you know the mechanics of it. It's super simple and it's 100% free once you know how it works. And oh, what was the other thing I was saying? Oh, I did count it. 13 checks Laoria has up here if you count the green pendant. So that is quite the density up here on the mountain. If you count the green pendant and Spike Cave at the very end.
And we are going to get these Super Bunny Hookshot Caves checks first.
Yep, and we have not seen anything from Hookshot Cave, correct? I don't even think we've seen the bonk check. Corvid not mirroring out, he's doing this the way that I would expect him to clear it. He knows that that middle chest, the way he routed this, is a key for a key, so he's not going to bother dropping down over there. And he's just going to go to the back here, going to find his red cane. Hopefully he doesn't try to set up a hammer yump. I think he's just...
And we're going to get to see what, you know... Are we going to go mode TR here? Is Leo going to play this like she's in go mode, or is she going to try to clear everything? It's a really tough decision. It saves her 2 other pendants if she can find that other bow.
Right, because she could just be clearing those pendant dungeons right now. And because every check she checks here that isn't it is time that she's losing to Corvid if Corvid decides to go straight for those pendants, and that bow is not outside of, that bow is locked behind another bow, behind that pendant, or behind that pedestal.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the chat right now are also very experienced runners. I'm seeing a lot from Kazdin and Vortex of Doom and Dapper Wormman, especially, who are also mentor tournament alumni and future mentors. All trying to think, how do you play this? And there's.
Hey, is this a Go Mode podcast restream or a Team 40 Bonks restream? What's going on here?
Right. So, everybody's in a lot of, it's a tough decision, and, everybody's having a tough one on, like, how do you want to play this? Who do you go mode? Yep. So there we go on the Grey getting his Cane of Samaria.
Well, I think by going up to the mountain, you could say that Laoria committed to full clearing, because it's more of a full cleary dungeon. It's one that you don't generally go mode. Sometimes you're going all the way to Lava Chest looking for that big key. Now, granted, she got the big key there, I believe, on the right room at the front here. Yes. So we're not going to have to worry about that for her. So she can go mode this now, but we're going to
be able to tell what her philosophy is very quickly on this dungeon.
Yeah, because she got that big key. But she now has the option too. She didn't have the option until she got that big key. She was full clearing it no matter what until then.
So yeah, if she skips Lava Chest, I think she's definitely in more of a go mode mindset. If she does check it, I think she's going to be in this, I'm going to clear as much as possible before going for that pedestal bow.
Alright, Corvid in Mire. What was our item we had in Mire? We had something in here. Oh no, it was just one of our red crystals. Yeah, it was just one of our red crystals.
How dare you besmirch the good name of the fire shield?
Oh, I mean, it does. It helps in that blind fight when you're new. Can't tell you how many times that saved me on the blind fight when I was new.
So Leo's getting the small key, and she's checking Lava Island. So this might be like, she might be playing this extra safe right now, hoping for the other bow.
This is Corvid's chance. I call this not safe. I call this this gambly, because every check she's making is one that she doesn't know is a bow, hoping that it's a bow so that she can abandon the rest of these pendant clears.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it then. It's
a decision.
But we saw something similar from Grey going full cleared swamp, looking for the Cane of Samaria. So we'll have to see how Grey also approaches this after his clear of Mire.
Yeah,
it's ego mode, ice and TR.
There's no right decision. You've got that bow on the pendant hanging over you this whole time. You say, okay, I know that's there. Is it the right call to get that, or is it the right call to ignore that and pretend it just doesn't exist? And we're gonna see what's in Mimic Cave. So at least we're gonna get a pretty full cleared map. Laoria hitting those with the hammer, even though the tempered will do just fine.
Well, she was at full health, and unfortunately, full health, you always have to kind of weigh the idea that you might hit them with a sword beam rather than your sword.
And then you're worried about hitting them with 3 sword beams. Ugh.
Is it only 3 sword beams?
I think green mimics only take 3 sword beams. That's true. Sometimes a sword beam deals less than a standard fighter sword's worth of damage.
I don't know about that. I'm just saying I wasn't sure how much damage they take.
Oh, they have 3 hit points, but sometimes a fighter sword doesn't deal 1 hit point of damage. Or, sometimes a sword beam doesn't.
So Leo is... Okay, so at this point, Leo has the keys. She could skip Laser Bridge, but given what we've seen from her thus far...
skip Laser Bridge here.
And I don't think she will. She has definitely been playing super thorough through this dungeon. So she's just gonna go for this. She's gonna check Laser Bridge and hope that it's here. And I'm guessing we're gonna get a Spike Cave check to finish out.
Yeah, I don't even think you skip this if you were go moding the rest of this dungeon. I think the density is just so high on Laser Bridge, especially when you've got that blue cane. You can do it super fast. It doesn't matter. Well, she's so good at laser skips, she might not even. Oh,
And there we go.
Well, there it is, and it all pays off.
Yeah. So at 1 hour 15 minutes and about 35 seconds, Laoria of Light has entered a go mode.
Yeah, but I mean, she hasn't clicked it on her tracker, so does she know? I think she knows. Polluting over back to that 5 spot. Gonna clear out those last 2 crystal dungeons. Lickety split, go up back to that mountain. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be done. It's not a jet seat, but gosh, you know, just barely over 90 minutes here. We're gonna clock in at depending on GT. All right, so we went from a potential oops all dungeons to what pennant dungeons did Leo dip? Turtle Rock. She dipped 1 pennant dungeon.
Yep. Great play from her to only have to dip the Turtle Rock one. You know, Ice Palace wasn't going to pay out. We know where everything is at this point. Gray did find Red Mail in Swamp Palace as well as the Gold Sword. So we know Leo is going to be Blue Mail Tempered Sword. We've got Half Magic. We've got Powder. Leo doesn't have a bottle, though. So luckily with that Powder and Half Magic, she's in decent shape either way.
Yeah, she's going to be fine. If she takes... I don't see her having any trouble for the rest of the seek whatsoever. Getting those 3 hearts on the left, maintaining that sword beam so she can hit the crystal switch sword over here in the next dark room. Getting that bow in so she can do this mimic room. That's going to feel way faster and way better than doing a mimic clip for 1.5 minutes. But hey, that mimic clip strap that let her full clear this dungeon without any stress whatsoever. It got her that red cane. Quick swapping, buttons not being pressed in the right order. Pressing that R before pressing that Y button. So Laoria does have the blue boomerang. Does Corvid also have the blue boomerang?
I believe so.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
NMG strats on Corvid.
Yeah, GreyCorvid's showing us the NMG strategy here for the most part on Vitreous. You use the acid to give to damage you, and then able to step into those eyes and release that spin. I'm describing it terribly right now, but it's a really quick way to get that fight done.
Laoria getting mobbed by those 6 Ninja Turtles. But clearing them up. Honestly, easier to do these rooms without having sword beams because you don't have to worry about them interfering with your damage.
By the way, I just have to point out, there was a prediction earlier on, will we find the other bow? And nobody said we were going to find it.
Everybody believed it was going to go all the way to Pen.
Everybody was saying Ped bow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Laoria disagreed, and that's why she's here, and we're all in the chat and humming right now. I mean, plenty of us here are still in the tournaments. I believe I saw Dante. He's still in the main tournament, isn't he?
Yeah, I saw some discussion there. But yeah, I know Kazdin and Dapper Wormman are actually in their own series right now, so...
Yeah.
Lots of great action going on in the Challenge Cup. And there is crystal number 6 for Laoria. Gonna just mirror over to Eastern. We did clear up Eastern Palace earlier, so just have to head in there and just head straight for Armos. We have the big key. It was a vanilla big key, Eastern. Yep. As Gray enters into Turtle Rock, so we'll see how Gray approaches this.
Leo accidentally holds up before she hits Y. All right, well, Gray gonna... I think he checks Laser Bridge even if he's go moding otherwise. I can't see anybody not doing that on just because those 4 checks are right there and they're so fast and you've got invincibility items.
The hard part here is Gray, we did see the keys worked out in this case for Turtle Rock that you could skip Laser Bridge. There is not a key on Laser Bridge at all, so it is very possible you could just say, I'm not going to worry about it, and just go mode. Like, by the time Gray reaches Laser Bridge, you know, go moding Ice Palace might feel quicker.
Yep.
So
Oh, and
he is doing
Corbin
hookshot.
he's gonna check Hookshot Cave. He's not in the go mode mindset yet. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm just curious if by the end of TR, when he's that one check or like he's got just Laser Bridge left, if it becomes something he considers. So I think we'll get a better idea if he skips Lava Island. Meanwhile, Leo already to the back of Eastern Palace here. One room pre Armos. It's going to take down our red Gorias. And there we go.
Wait, what are those called? Red Gorias?
Is that, did I miss? I might have been wrong.
Igors?
Igors, that's the word.
Isn't that what you are right now?
Ouch.
Sorry. I'm the Scorpion, you're the Igor.
I'm having a great time here.
Alright, Corvid. Did he go left first? I believe he went left first. He's not doing the new meta on running this. Oh, it's a special time. Laoria's got her 7th crystal. You all know what to do, right? Do we all know what to do?
Numbers.
Numbers. Yeah, do we have a bot? Is there a bot for this?
I don't think there's a bot.
Oh, I'm hearing there's not a bot for this, so just get your guesses in for the big key guessing game. Put on our mentor hat. This is the most important part of audience participation for the entire run. You're gonna guess which check number Laoria's big key is gonna be. It's gonna be 1 through 22. Most modes, that's all it can be, obviously. And so, yeah, between checks 1 and 22, she's gonna get her big key, and we want you to guess what that is. And whoever wins gets free internet points. And apparently there was I see a big thing that says predictions started, so maybe there was a thing.
Well, there's a prediction about where that big key is probably going to be, about, numbers or even or odd. So, take your chances on this one.
Oh, you can wager channel points. This is new to me.
Oh, new to you. Okay.
How do I wager all of my channel points? Oh my gosh, I'll have to figure this out when I'm watching as an audience member. I've got so many channel points. All right, Corvid, getting his safety bottle filled up there. Something that Laoria doesn't have. He's definitely got a lot more safety. I don't think it's going to come up this seed because, Laoria is really good, and we've got Tempered, and we've got Half Magic, and we've got Blue Mail and 15 Hearts. I think this GT climb is gonna be just extremely by the numbers here.
Yeah, most likely.
Alright, and Corvid, is he gonna skip Laser Bridge?
Well, he didn't skip Lava Island, so...
Or not Laser Bridge, Lava Chest, that's what I meant, yeah. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the restream. I was behind a few seconds. Alright, and Hope Room has no keys, so Laoria's gonna mirror back to the front. I don't know what's slightly faster, to mirror back out or dash back out and dash left. I think it's within a second, so it's probably one of those two taste kind of deals. And hey, Laoria gets her first bottle. Bob is gonna get his cosmetic surgery. He's gonna look like all the other Bobs.
And a fairy in a bottle is a nice little bonus.
Yeah, yeah. Corvid had to swing a net around for one of those. And we know he's gonna get that bottle too, so he's gonna have 2 fairies later.
So now what we can say here is I do know Leo's general GT strategy. She's looking for small keys here in this Stalfos room. If she gets enough, she might go back to the right side.
Oh, she's Dark Magicianing, or I guess reverse Dark Magician? What do you call this?
There's not really a name to it as far as I'm aware. This is just her. She's done some calculations and looked at like how you get small keys.
Yeah, she went forward anyway, but
yeah, there weren't enough small keys for her numbers to tell her to go back to the right.
Getting bullied by that Stalfos. She got bullied by the other Stalfos too. And alright, gets past that spike, gets some revenge on that Stalfos. And hey, handy reminder, if we were low on arrows, that the stud prize is the 10 arrow pack. using blue boomerang strats in here because she doesn't have time to set up that red cane. She's too good for that. Oh, and she's doing the fastest way through these rooms here. Gets to stay on the hook shot here. Doesn't even have to quick swap over to what do we call this room? The compass room? What's normally in this room? Fire bar room?
Yeah, the fire snakes.
Fire snakes room.
Fire bar was the one before that. So that was check 9. We are heading to Rando room next.
Yep, 10 through 13 coming up. Oh, I don't care. I was way past my check number 3. I stopped counting after 3.
But the people need to know. 10,
right.
11 for more bombs, 12 for some money, and 13, just another piece of heart.
So Bob's gonna be 14. Bob's chest is gonna be 14. So the behind armos are gonna be 15, 16, and 17. And Corvid is checking Laser Bridge. He's gonna get that arrow and he's gonna mirror out. First, he's gonna open up the safety door. Unfortunately, let's see if he goes out at first or if he. Yep, he's going out it. So gonna lose a little bit of time. Let's hope if he is doing this fast, when he clears it back to front, he puts on that blue cane so he gets through a little faster. Hopefully we don't have the world's slowest laser skips. We're gonna have some slow laser skips. And here we go with Bob's chest. Oh, and just clear Bob out really fast. Doing Bob dirty like that. I can't believe you, Laoria.
I definitely am for that. Oh, and hey, there's a key on Laser Bridge.
That's a fun safety item that I hope we see him using on the gauntlet if we see him get through the gauntlet here. And there is
for the quick Armos kill, and nicely executed.
It's a pretty good one. Meanwhile, Corvid gonna fly back to Eastern and Pod, gonna finish off his last 2 crystals, and
if I'm not mistaken, that was number 15 for the GT Big Key, so the odds have it.
Glad I didn't bet. Alright, well, up to the climb. We all know what the climb looks like. It's about 10 minutes of just exciting action here. Corvid, did he just go and buy a goo, or what did he just do?
Yeah, he went and bought a potion.
Just wanted a little bit of safety there, I suppose. Magic refill if he needs it on the climb. I wonder if that means he feels a little ahead and he just wants the safety.
And Leo really cutting it close there. Down.
Wow,
had just enough arrows.
She entered GT with 30 arrows. Oh, this is a room that I really like having the red cane for. Having it like hit it right before you pick up this pot, and just pick one of those switch lines to run down, and you never have to worry about those spikes. Especially with half magic, you're not wasting anything. And then you can just have that red cape, that cape for this room. You don't have to do that drop off the ledge thing like Leo's doing here. It's just very satisfying. Fire rod to clear out these rooms, not a bad choice.
Yeah, it's nice on the Stalfos especially because they actually die immediately. Unfortunately, your Zyzax, they do take a little bit longer to burn up.
Yeah, if they sit and burn alive for a minute, it's not exactly, you know...
it's a gruesome way to go.
Yeah. People for the ethical treatment of Dark World minions kind of get on you for using it. Alright, and Corvid does not have sword beams, so he's going to have to quick swap away from his hammer here in Pod. It's going to be so tragic. What do we expect? Do we expect spin strats now that Leo's kind of burned up most of her magic here?
Yeah, and it looks like, you know, also powdering that fairy means you can't. It's going to be a little bit harder. But yeah, nice double spin possible there as a result.
Yeah, it makes it easier to get that first. Fireball, it's just getting her right before she got an easier double hit there.
Yeah, and I'm sure she's not happy with that one.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if we'll get a couple rage slashes.
That Medusa head has been just bullying her relentlessly.
Fire Shield, why aren't you protecting her? This is your job.
Our second bow was on Turtle Rock's laser bridge, so...
Alright, coming across just dashing across the bridges, hitting these Wizrobe brooms. Feels so good when you hit those Wizrobes super fast like that. Just feels the best.
Now, Gray on the other side is doing the Helmasaur fight. He did set up for the spin speed method to get on the extra distance on the hammer.
Yeah, so he does not have to hold up to get the extra distance for that. Normally you have to hold the sword out to get that extra pixel facing upwards. He's not having to do that. He gets the easy way, and then he's got the gold sword, so 2 slashes on that big giant... What is it? Is it a possum? What? Oh, it's a scorpion, duh. I mean, I should know. Meanwhile, Laoria just making the gauntlet look super simple here. She's gonna powder and fill up her magic just to be safe at the end, but she's not gonna need it. Going into that last Rattler boy. Dashing across, and then with a spin, she's gonna take him out. Makes it
yeah,
look
and for
easy,
Leo
but
at this
not.
point, she knows that, you know, we know where that second bow is, so she has no reason to even want to check stuff. And when I say that, she still checks Moldorm's last possession.
Yeah, I mean, you never know if you could still screw up and die. You could still mess up. It's something I do 100% of the time, even if I have no good reason to, because I've had no good reason to before, not opened it, and somehow managed to screw up and had to climb back. And boy, is it nice to not have to fight Moldorm again. Well, let's see how fast she does this Ganon fight. Gets zapped once. That's kind of messes up her first triple here. Gonna get an easy double if that's not a blue ball. And yep, easy double. Let's see if this is another easy double. Oh, no, blue ball. So we're up to 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, these patterns have not really worked out, and the other piece here is that our Agas are getting really desynced.
They are. Oh, and she got a good double at the end there. And she is going to be dropping into the GT fight, or sorry, the Ganon fight. Silverless, tempered. Oh, manages to be in the bonk state when the duck flies her away. I don't know how the duck managed to get through a Dark World portal. Maybe he's got hammer and gloves too. I don't know, but he got here with us. He's also got a moon pearl somehow. It was kind of mean of us to just drop in on Ganon here. You should at least send someone a text before you show up at their house. Yeah, gotta get 12 hits in here. Spins count for 2 hits. And Ganon port into a nice place. As soon as those spins start, she's just gonna be able to face right and spin, and she's gonna get all of her hits in. Nice.
Yeah, and really nice subtle nudge there by him, and to get that hook shot to the bottom torch to get out of the circle of bats.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Corvid doing pretty. He missed a little bit on the Armos Knights fights, but he's cleaning it up just fine. He knows how to recover.
As Leo enters, phase 3 here, just about done phase 3. Gray is going to be heading up to a GT now. So the real difference here is just the play into Swamp Palace mainly. Gray full clearing Swamp Palace, whereas Leo instead went to Pod first to get that Cane of Samaria and decided to head straight up the mountain.
We also had the difference on how Leo went into that clockwise routing through instead of the counterclockwise routing. That probably made a pretty big difference. And Leo just had a bit of an executional edge most of the seed. Corvid definitely had his moments. I remember popping off here a little earlier when he was just on all cylinders. But still a great race. Corvid is making his way up to GT, so the time difference here, I don't know. Obviously, unless something very drastic happens, Leo has this. She's finishing off phase 4.
Yeah, Leo is working through some great triples here, or aiming for triples. Still hitting doubles for the most part. So yeah, she is just flying through this Ganon fight.
Yeah,
I know both runners were able to put in a lot of time and made a lot of effort in trying to make it into the main tourney, so both had a lot of Ganon experience.
And get your GGs in chat for Laoria of Light. She's taken this series 2-0.
Yep. Just needs to
Excellent
cross that
job.
bridge.
She did it. She made it across that bridge.
And there we go. Laoria of Light finishes in first place with a race time, that GG time of 1:35.29, securing her spot in the next round of the Challenge Cup.
Yep. Great job, Laoria. And let's see if Corvid is gonna finish this race out or not. I guess I can.
Yeah, Grey is still running, so we're gonna see what happens here.
Yeah, he's still going here. And our Restreamer Amarith is actually talking to Laoria, and we're figuring out when we're gonna do interviews here. Let's see if Corvid goes and does the goes actually into GT. Oh, and nope, he stops right there. Okay, that's kind of what I was expecting there. So, all right, well, joining us right now is Laoria. Oh no, well, Corvid is still going. So, but hey, we're not in the GT fight. We're fine. Hey, Laoria, you won.
Hi, thanks. Gee.
Whoa.
Oh, and Corvid is here too. So we can say now that you do on the restream here, you're gonna forfeit here in a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. GG, Leo, fantastic race. Congratulations. Best of luck in the rest of the Challenge Cup.
Thank you, friend. GG
You're
as
very
well.
welcome. Who rolled a possible ped seed?
Hey, everyone in the chat was really upset
Wait.
for both of you full clearing those checks. You're not supposed to full clear those pennant checks. You're just supposed to go mode it like that.
I was hoping to find a bow, and I didn't have Red Cane in running around in Swamp Palace, and ugh.
Wait, I do have to ask, who did roll the seed?
Me.
Of course you did.
Hey, I rolled the first one, and the first one was a guaranteed Aga seed, so yeah,
True.
40-minute Dark World in that first seed.
Oh, this was practically 40 minutes as well. Oh,
That's
it's
true.
awful. Moon Pearl on flippin' checkerboard. Oy.
Yeah,
and by the way, Grey, I
secret
just
surprise.
have to say, I appreciate where you decided to go hang out.
Oh, you're very welcome. Absolutely.
Oh,
My team is Tipsy Tavern Toasters in the league, so I had to go have a drink in the tavern at the end.
Is it coffee or is it something else?
Oh, it at this point it might be something stronger.
Maybe an Irish coffee.
Yeah, maybe definitely Irish coffee sounds good right now.
Laoria, I assume you're having enjoying a spiked Dr. Pepper yourself.
Yes.
Perhaps.
So I'm glad we got to highlight this Challenge Cup race. You're both a couple of great runners and a couple
Thank
of
you.
great people.
I hope chat was entertained.
We were exceptionally entertained as soon as
good.
we saw that. As soon as we had said that there's only one thing that can be on PED, and Corvid, you did the first PED check, and
Oh, did I?
I was very excited
Uh,
to see that, and I was very disappointed to see that bow on Laser Bridge.
yeah. I'm sorry to disappoint chat, but if I can find a bow, I'm not going to go pull the pad.
Yo, same.
Yeah.
Well, and to kind of tell the tale on this one, for the most part, you two are very much in line. Minor routing differences, but nothing really going one way or the other. The big play here is, Leo, your route took you North Dark World. Grey, yours took you South Dark World. So you ended up at opposite ends. Okay. So for Leo, the obvious route for you was going to Pod, and for Grey, it was Swamp. And,
Yeah, and you also both did some very smart, like you both did something very smart as you routed through Desert Palace, but it was completely different the way you did it. Yeah, and yours paid off, Corvid. I mean, we were saying as it was going on, I bet Corvid is just smiling ear to ear right now, mirroring out with that glove back to the left side, straight over to Landmo.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it. I was like, I'm just going to ether now, and then I was going to run right, check that last check I need. And then if it's not there, I'll just run out and go check Agina. Then I got the gloves. Like, oh, wait, mirror out. Let's do finish the dungeon first. Then
that
check
would have been
Agina.
so smart.
Well, I mean, that was the thing. We're like, no, this is the right play. Leo checked Agina first. Maybe it was a glove. Maybe this allows her to clear desert. And then it was the exact opposite way it worked out. We're like, well, sure. Why not?
Why not? Why not? Oh, yeah, that was a rude seed, but I had fun. I had fun doing the Challenge Cup. That was a lot of great.
Oh yeah, you
Fun
both figured out there
memories.
were no bombs and escaped super fast. That was
Yeah.
another good smart play. You both
Yeah.
just immediately recognized what prize packs were on the ropes and guards, and then the rats. So you just zoomed right through once you figured that
Zoomed right
out.
through it. I was just worried. There's like, oh, if there's like Moon Pearl in there or something.
Well, and
The
that
gloves
seed
that
definitely
hold something
seemed
horrible.
it gave you those hints of, oh my gosh, we're about to have to do another Aga seed. I'm sure that's
Really did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure
wow.
neither of you wanted that after what happened in game one.
No.
That
No.
bottle. We were really hoping that was your only accessible bottle, and Sick Kid was gonna have that red cane because the red cane was the second to last item for both of you.
Oh, if
That-
it was an Agaped seed, oh goodness.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No all dungeons.
Who are you
Without
facing next,
it
Leo?
being intentional. Ooh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. The Dr. Pepper. Who am I facing next?
So I do want to
Kyle.
ask this.
Dancer Vix Rider, I think.
Yeah, okay.
You know, when you know that it's a ped seed, and I guess this is more for Leo, given, you got Kane by dipping pod early, was there any consideration for just go moding your 3 pendants instead of doing all the extra checks?
No.
No, okay.
Never.
What about you, Corvid?
No.
Well, when I dipped Swamp Palace, I was still looking for bow, and I was still looking for red cane. So maybe I shouldn't have full clarity or something, but I still had 2 items when I finished Argus. I was like, I'm gonna feel
Well, and
really
that's-
bad if I'm leaving
that's-
2 in there.
Why I don't know if I would ask the same question of you, Gray, because you went into Swamp still looking for red cane.
Yeah.
So, but even when you went up to TR, you also went in a full clear mindset. So
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I had
You
Hookshot
checked
Cave
lava
left.
chest.
Yeah. I checked lava chest. I was just like, I'm just going to do the whole entire thing. I'll check Mimic Cave, and then found the bow on Laser Bridge. Like, okay.
Well,
yeah, because that
I-
was definitely the big question in chat. Chat the whole time was a lot of back and forth of, do you go mode pendants because you know that's where a bow is, or do you just hope that one of these extra checks will lead you to the other bow?
If I
don't
had
know
not
what the answer to that
found-
is.
I would say that if I had not found the bow in TR the way that I did, because my thought process there was, I know I'm going to have to climb the mountain again anyway for GT, so just do this while I'm up here. If I had not found it in TR, I would have probably go moded Swamp and Ice.
Okay.
Just because at that point, I think full clearing would have been slower than just go mode those and go grab the bow off ped.
Yeah.
Now,
if-
a
Go
go
ahead.
mode of Ice and Swamp, I'm guessing still just check what's in your way.
Yeah, just in case.
Sure.
I think
All right, so go ahead.
if I was in the situation where I didn't have the bow on Laser Bridge, I would just killed Trinex, and then I would just go mode Ice Palace and just bite the bullet, just get that bow.
Fair enough.
So Corvid, you get to use your wonderful voice to put it in the ears of some mentees for the
Mhm,
next few
thank you.
weeks. You
Yes,
can.
I
You
hope
can
they
go
learn
find
lots watching this. I look forward to helping out anybody I can now that I have some more free time. All of a sudden.
Now's a good time to start reaching out, just because the tournament hasn't started.
Yep.
We've already had a couple mentees show up in a couple of the more social Discord channels, and we welcome you all to come and say hi to us. You've got a lot of excellent mentors who are already out of this tournament. One more excellent mentor just became a little more available to everyone. And so don't be afraid to hit us up. We're available to you. I know this is the Challenge Cup tournament, but we are on the Go Mode podcast server right now.
Shameless
And,
plugs for the next opportunity for, just think, just last year, both Laoria and Gray were new members of the Rando Racing community in a sense, and were part of the mentor tournament, and look where they got in a year. So
and me too. Like you had to listen to me for 2 whole hours today, everybody. This could be you next year.
So a lot of opportunities to grow and learn from some great runners still available. As was pointed out, and you have until tomorrow for that application.
Yep. All right, now Laoria, you're moving on. Congratulations once again. Before we give our thank yous, and we have a lot of like shout outs and stuff to give out. In fact, hey, there's something you might want to talk about going on Friday.
Yes, this Friday, ladies and gentlemen of the Go Mode podcast crew, we have the exhibition race for this year's mentor tournament featuring me versus Team We Need a Mentor from the league. No, I'm not actually just racing like 3 people because that would be insane. But it's me versus the 3 guys of the team. So Dapper Worm Man, Vortex of Doom, and Shkoople, also known as Shakupi. But yeah, I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Might be 7 p.m. Eastern. I have to look. I should know this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
four alumni of last year's mentor tournament, all who did excellently as well in there. So we're all really clearing up in tournaments as well. So
Yep. Also, there's a Go Mode podcast episode dropping tonight, which is probably going to coincide very closely with the announcement of all of the list of mentor racers for the mentor tournament. Just a little housekeeping for Go Mode. Let's see. And before that, I think that's it.
And a new bi-weekly.
Do we want to? Yeah. Do we want to thank everybody and wrap up, Jesse? Or is there anything else anyone wants to say before we thank all the people that make this happen?
Leo?
I mean, if I can, I just want to like thank you, John, in particular, because like random chat one night and you were like, "Yo, Jesse, I want to commentate with you. Hey, there's this race of cool people happening. Let's do that, and I'll get Amarith to restream it."
Nice.
So like, thank you for being good people.
Yeah, that was 2 nights
thank
ago.
you very much.
And yeah,
Yeah.
we
To
wanted
the crew,
to highlight
everybody involved. It's great. Thank you.
wanted to highlight a challenge cup because you know, there's some excellent runners that don't make it into the main tournament. Definitely some excellent runners in both tournaments, and some great people. So all have a great night. Jesse, how about you say thank you to everybody, since I want to hear
Thank
your
you,
voice one
everybody.
last time.
Oh wait, sorry. So yeah, thank you to our Restreamer Amarith, our tracker Yoinkerswife. Always a lot of help having them behind the scenes, and it was a fun time working with you tonight, John. You know, we wanted to do this, we got a chance to. It's been a lot of fun being able to do the comms again. So
Race announcement. There are more restreams. That's the thing we forgot.
Oh, are there?
What other races are getting restreamed tonight? Main tournament and challenge cup.
I
going
will
on?
say that I know for the main tournament tonight, we do have at least 1 or 2 more races. We actually tonight at 9:10 there are 2 races being restreamed as part of the main tourney. 1 on Speed Gaming 2, 1 on Speed Gaming 4. So definitely some main tourney action. In terms of the Challenge Cup, I am a little less aware of the schedule right now, unfortunately.
I don't think we have any
I don't think
restreams.
there's anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
while there
restreams,
are
but
not restreams scheduled, I will say that one of the great things done with the Challenge Cup is in the Challenge Cup Discord, they have a schedule document, and in that schedule document, they show multi-Twitch links to every single race that is coming up. So if you want to watch a particular Challenge Cup race that is not being restreamed, there are links for you to watch your friends or your favorite runners in the Challenge Cup as well. So definitely take that opportunity if you're in that Discord so you get a chance to see what's all going on there.
I just think that
Yep,
doc on the
John
chat
dropped
right
the
there.
link there. So, you know, while there aren't as many restreams there are opportunities to still see the runners there and go support them. And, you know, links, go support our runners from today, Grey and Leo. So, but I think,
Hi,
that's going to do it for
Thank you.
that's going to do it for us today, I believe, here at Go Mode Podcast. Definitely keep tuned here. There will be more races, and the mentor tourney is right around the corner. So
So excited for that.
Yeah.
definitely, I think everybody's really looking forward to it. I think, everybody here is, getting ready for it. A lot of mentors were in the chat today and working on the crews and everything. So come talk to people. We want to help. We were in your
Ubuntu out.
shoes.
Yeah, we were in your shoes last year, and it's
Mhm.
always like it feels super awkward to like reach out to people, but don't be afraid to, because if anybody is mean to you, I will wreck them. Just
And she can
come
do
to me
it.
and I will destroy them.
She will destroy them.
And that's, I can say I was not a member of the mentor tournament last year, but you know, just talk to people, get to know people, and you make amazing friends. Like, you know, we said it earlier, the 40 Bonks crew, and it's just like we all kind of came together all at the same time, and we race all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
So
have a
a
good night,
lot of
everybody, and
great people here.
more races to come.
Yep.